Gibson staying on. Second middies except for Gibson.
Ball down to the goal line, and a shot put on low by Keeley, and it gets past the netminder, and the Colonials take the early lead 1-0 as it gets past Sefcik.
Simple adjacent. Keeley's man turned his head, he stepped in behind him, and of course it was a great pass by Gibson.
And Norton feeling the pressure behind the net.
Here he comes.
He'll curl up front, but great defense put on by the long stick, and Hager knocks the ball down to the turf after the defense applied by Ewing. Now for Schmidt. Schmidt back to Gibson up high, now on the high right side. The Colonials take it to the goal line, and a shot ripped off. Sharp angle, and Keeley, his second goal and the second assist by Gibson.
Just those quick hands. Quick hands. He doesn't need much.
So 2 goals by the Colonials, and both of them are from Keeley, or rather from Gibson to Keeley. First one coming at 12:04 in the first, the second one coming at 7:39 here in the first quarter.
Uh-oh.
High right, open shot, big save. Norton with the shot, and a big save by Hager. The ball goes high, and it's scooped up by Wagner. Ball knocked loose on the clear, but it's scooped up quickly by Acona. And Acona works it out front where Norton finds the back of the net for Wagner, cutting the lead down to 1 for Robert Morris, 2-1 with 5:28 to play.
Nice defensive play. They come down and score in an uneven. Unlucky possession for Robert Morris. They had wide open cage. With the pole front with the ball, so
Wagner pulls it up high, and another save by Hager. And Hager has certainly done the lion's share of the defense for the Colonials, as he has set up 2 Robert Morris goals thus far with saves on his end. Schmidt now goal line Smith.
Nice stop.
Stopped by that netminder for the Wagner Seahawks, Sefcik. Now it's Branda again.
Yeah, try to use clock here.
Just under 1:40 to play in the quarter. And a low shot ripped off. It bounces past the goaltender. And Norton with his second goal of the game, his 10th of the season. And we're tied at 2-2 after 2 goals by Norton here in the first quarter. Answered 2 goals by the Colonials, Corson Keeley.
Don't think we were ready for that one. Don't think we were ready for that one. Well, let's see what Robert Morris does here with the 9-second play.
Keeley, as the shot clock's down to 5, taking it all the way in, rips one off, finds the back of the net. A flag comes in with 2 seconds on the shot clock. The Colonials score, and Wagner is probably going to go shorthanded as well.
I think they will waive the penalty off. I think they will, because he scored. Penalty was before the goal, so I think they may waive that off.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the officials determine what the infraction was against the Seahawks. But regardless, that is the 3rd goal of the game for Keeley, and he does it in 7 seconds, coming from the near sideline and putting it into the back of the net.
A lot of ball movement.
20 on the shot clock for Robert Morris. Gibson pressures. Bounces it past the netminder, and Gibson, his first goal of the game. Somehow got it past his defender and past the netminder, and Robert Morris back out on top by 2, 4-2.
He has such a change of pace that he was able to use his opponent defenseman as a screen to screen the goalie. It's unfair to that goalie. It's unfair to the goalie. You got a player that has that vision and can use his own teammate as a screen. What a shot, left-handed right.
So we'll get the report momentarily, but right now Wagner playing man up. It's Norton. Goal line, and then across the crease, and the ball bounced in. Cuts across the crease, and then it's bounced in there by Acona. And the Seahawks cut the Colonials' lead down to 1, 4-3 with a man up goal. Robert Morris with the 1-goal lead.
Well, they seemed like they've overcome that substitution problem they were having, which is good.
Keeley between the legs. Again, the sharp angle.
5-hole.
Wow. What a great pass and a better finish by Keeley. And for the second time today, Keeley with a sharp angled goal, and that's his 4th of the game. How about that one? Threading the needle between the legs. He got the feed from Smith, put it into the net, and the Colonials back on top by 2.
It's just so hard to see that they can score with that little bit of an opening.
Quarter trailing Robert Morris by 2, 5-3.
Oh.
Shot ripped off, and it'll split the legs of the Colonials goaltender Hager, and the goal for Wagner cuts the Colonials lead down to 1 again.
Well, I'm a bit unhappy with the 1v1 defense, trying to go for stick instead of slowing his feet.
Kaminsky with the goal for Wagner. Gibson feeds it inside, and a great feed. Gibson finds Bordeaux. He rips it off, and a low bouncer finds its way into the net, and Robert Morris reclaims a 2-goal lead, 6-4.
Another substitution error on Wagner's part. How many goals have they gotten that way? They got at least 3 goals in that substitution. It was Daniel Smith coming off, and then he turns around and goes right back on. They have to jump and get back on and leave the weak side open.
High left, 2 defenders in front of him. He'll pull it back out with half of the shot clock gone. Far side, Bordeaux. High left and a low shot ripped off by Schmidt. Save made, ball loose.
He puts it to goal.
And an own goal for Wagner. The Colonials pressuring on a Seahawk who was trying to scoop up the loose ball, and that Seahawk was knocked to the turf, and then the ball pushed into the net by Riley Owens, the defender for the Wagner Seahawks. So the own goal gives Robert Morris their 3rd 2-goal lead of the game. So you got to give that goal to Corson Keeley, who was applying the pressure on the backside of Riley Owens. Now high right, it's Kaufman. Kaufman changes hands, rips one off, and a save made by Hager. Pass off to Ryan Smith. He couldn't hang on to the ball, but somehow stable to scoop up the loose ball. Cross field it goes, and a shot ripped off out front. Corson Keeley, goal number 6.
Jeez. I think it's about time they shut that kid off.
Yeah, 12:22 to play in the 3rd quarter, and Corson Keeley already has 6 goals. He came into today with 25 goals. He now has 31 up top for McCulley. High left side, Eddie Smith. Eddie Smith to McCulley, who rips off a low shot. Ooh. And Brad McCulley gives the Colonials a 4-goal lead, 9-5 with 10:41 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Wow.
So Smith to McCulley, and Robert Morris is up 9-5. That goal by Eddie Smith, his 3rd of the season, 1st of the game. Take advantage of some momentum, getting the defensive stop. High left side,
nice
a shot ripped off by Kaufman. The save is made by Hager, and the Colonials race it back the other way quickly.
4v3.
Shot ripped off, and going coast to coast, Austin Popovich gives Robert Morris a 5-goal lead, 10-5, as Popovich turns a Hager save into a Colonials goal.
Better get a timeout here, Coach.
Yeah, timeout taken by the Wagner Seahawks as Robert Morris has ripped off 4 goals in under 5 minutes.
See, the goalie had to watch that 4v3.
Back up top. Kaminsky. Kaminsky tries to curl past the Colonial. Hager again with a big save. So Hager with 2 big saves in the first 6 minutes of this 3rd quarter, keeping the Seahawks at 5 goals. The official is counting right now, which is the good news that the official was able to recognize it.
Nice save.
And a save made by the Colonials netminder, Hager. Ball out of bounds, it'll stay with Wagner.
They turn it into a transition.
Skane breaks midfield for the clear for the Colonials.
Nothing.
Now high right, it's Toom.
Oh!
High right side, Ryan Smith with a low shot gets behind the netminder Sefcik, and Robert Morris extends its lead to 6, 11-5 with 7:01 to play 3rd quarter.
Jeez, on a loose ball turnover. That's how I call a defensive goal. Withheld ball. Shoot.
Pole shot
what a
ripped
save.
off, and a save by Hager again. 3 big saves this quarter by Hager, and Hager races up the field for the Colonials. Gets the clear himself. Now it's Ryan Smith. Smith splits defenders, slides past the third, and into the net it goes. Robert Morris on top by 7. Smith back-to-back goals for Robert Morris.
An assist by Hager. Goalie assist.
We saw that the last time the Colonials were here at home as Hager brought the ball upfield, and it led to a Colonials goal with Hager getting the dime on the RMU goal against Mount St. Mary's. Gibson, high right, 10 away from the goal, but far to that far side. Now he'll take it up front. Gibson through defenders and bounces one past the netminder, Sefcik. Gibson, just with an extra speed, got past a couple of gray jerseys to extend the Colonials' advantage to 8.
You know, I'm not sure which his harder shot is, right-handed or left-handed. He's a tough man to play against because he has so many weapons.
And what's been remarkable today is not just the way he's played offense, but especially in the first half, his defensive game has been very strong.
Right.
Hansen, but it came to the turf, and the Seahawks scooped it up, but the Colonials took it away. Takeaway by Robert Morris, and the shot clock inconsequential now. Low shot ripped off, and a goal by Austin Popovich, his second of this game, the second this quarter, and Robert Morris stretches the lead to 9, 14-5 with 43 seconds to play third quarter. What a shot by Popovich after the Colonials put off a pass that was quickly deflected, and the Seahawks tried to bring it the other way, but the Colonials got the takeaway and turned it into a quick goal for Popovich. Popovich, his second goal of the game, 7th of the season.
Nice defense.
Branda, who paces Wagner in the goal department. Up top it'll go, and a shot pushed into the back of the net.
Very nice.
Pass to Richard McKenna, who cashes in for Wagner. And the Seahawks score for the first time since the 1:22 mark of the second quarter.
Wow.
Behind the goal it goes. Seahawks not playing with a ton of urgency at this particular time as a shot ripped off, and Hager with another save. And a shot from a tough angle ripped off, and a goal for Brandon Solhoff gives the Colonials a 9-goal lead again. It's 15-6 with 7:06 to play.
Freshman.
Solhoff, the 5'7" freshman out of Owings, Maryland. And the Colonials back on top by 9, 15-6 with 7:06 to go.
Boy, you like it when freshmen do well.
Gibson from Bordeaux over to the far side for Schmidt. Schmidt rips one off and gets it past Sefcik. And Robert Morris on top by 10, 16-6 on the man-up goal. So that goal by Schmidt and the assist by Gibson. Robert Morris on top by 10 for the first time today.
It's certainly fun to watch him shoot.
Schmidt up top, Gibson. High left side, and a shot is ripped off by Brad McCulley. And the Colonials put the exclamation point on this game as McCulley with the man-up goal puts Robert Morris on top 17-6.
Jeez, to see him rocket.
That goal by McCulley, his 7th of the season and 2nd of the game, as they bring their conference record to an even 2-2 with a 17-6 win over the Wagner Seahawks.